Hey everybody, how you doing? We are here at the Arizona International Sportsman Expo. We're doing a little bit of walk around, taking a look at the booths, taking a look about the whole place. We got a lot to look at, a lot to see. Let's get started.
If you're looking for cool videos, then you're at the right place. From PC to the console, then leave a smile on your face. Junkyard, junkyard. Get ready to watch a video from Junkyard.
Hey everybody, how we're doing? We are here at the Sportsman Show, and I'm here with Gary. I'm not gonna mess it up, so I'm gonna let you say it.
You're watching Fishing with Gary Senft. We're doing a little interview at the International Sportsman Show today. I'm with Nitro Boats and Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. So I've got a new knot to show you, Gary, today. If you're tired of tying a Alberto knot or a blood knot or a uni knot or something, I've got a new knot that I invented. If you can tie your shoe, tie my knot in 30 seconds. How's that sound?
I'm excited. Let's see it.
Let's see this knot, okay? So I'm going to start out with just a piece of monofilament, and I only use like 3-4 feet of monofilament. This is getting shorter and shorter because I keep showing everybody. So what I'm going to do is just a square knot. A shoe knot is all I'm going to start with. So I'm just going to go and just do a regular shoe knot like that, okay? Next thing I do is I'm going to take the braid, and I use 15 and 20 pound braid on my spinning rods. I don't go heavier than 20 because you don't need to. You can't even break 15. So I stuck it through that hole. Let me do it again so you can see. It's kind of windy out here, guys, so I'm going to let that hole go a little closer. So I'm going to stick it through 2 inches, and I pulled the monofilament. Okay, so that's tight. But you got to be careful because you got to tie one into the braid. So now I'm going to take the braid end and I'm going to tie an overhand shoe knot. Is all I'm going to do. I'll go a little bit slower.
So we're debating 2 years ago or 3 years ago whose boat we're going to take to the championship.
Okay, so now we have a knot in each one. Okay, that starts it right there. I'm going to do 3 knots in the mono, 3 knots in the braid. Do not cross the braid and the mono together. Go separate. Okay, so we're gonna go, we got 1 of each in it already. Now I'm gonna go back to the mono, and I'm just throwing a square knot. Then I'm gonna go back to, so we're gonna go, now I'm going back to the braid. Wind's kind of killing us, but. Okay, that's 2. That's 2 knots. 1 of each. Now we're going to go back to the monofilament or fluorocarbon. This is fluorocarbon, Bass Pro Shop fluorocarbon, and I need 1 more to go into the braid. So we'll go 1 back more.
The wind's definitely not making it easy, but
yeah, the wind is kind of. So what I did was I just did three of each. I'm just going to kind of wet it, and I'm going to kind of slide them together. That's better than, for me, it's a lot easier, especially if people have arthritis or they have problem with their fingers and stuff. Instead of wrapping it 10 times around this, 10 times around that, you're just doing square knots. 3 of each one. It comes out to be perfect. All you got to do is just trim these off You know, you could trim them tight. I've been using this for over a year now, and I have not busted. I mean, it'll break when you pull it. You know what I mean? It'll break when you pull it, but it'll break when you tie a uni knot or Alberto knot. You know, so.
And again, you're going from what strength of braid to the amount of?
So, I'm going from 15-pound Bass Pro Shop braid. And I don't care what braid you use. I've used the cheapest and I've used the most expensive. And to me, it's all good. I mean, it really is. I use 15-pound braid, Bass Pro Shop braid, and then I just use 10. So I use this 10-pound because all the water's dirty. If I go to Pleasant, I'm going to drop down to 6-pound monofilament. If you fish Bartlett, or you can even use 12-pound. You know, you could even use 12-pound on this too. So
you use mono, not floral.
I use floral, floral too. Yeah, I use floral. So I use the Bass Pro Shop floral XPS.
Then you have the infamous
the bobber stopper drop shot. So let me show you guys this. This is a neat. I've had this invention for 5 years now. So you can you can slide this up or you can slide this down, whatever you want, you know. So what I do first is I put a bobber stopper on first, and then I put my hook on, all right? So it goes on right up towards the other one. Then I put 2 more bobber stoppers on. Now I have no knots. It's my knotless drop shot. There's no knots. It's just bobber stoppers. So the key to this, guys, is on your weight, you need to take a knife and just open that up. So you can just take this and just stick a knife in there and just kind of open it, round it. So you can see that it's open, and then I just tie 3 knots. That's it on there. That's all. So when you get a bite, you're gonna get a bite, and everyone goes, well, how do you feel that it's the same bite? It says if it's regular knot, if it's a regular Alberto knot. So when you get a bite, what's gonna happen is you're gonna set the hook, and this worm and the fish is gonna slam down on the weight, and now you're fighting that fish on the weight right here. You will never get tangled up again. There's nothing to tangle. The bobber stopper stays up here, so this is all straight down on that weight. Make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then you take your fish off, you take your 2 bobber stoppers, you go back up here, and you reset it again. You know, I like, for Arizona, I've been fishing Arizona for 50 years, I like to keep it at least a foot, 10 inches or a foot. So that's about all I keep it, you know, so.
Now what's the difference when you use a drop shot weight like this compared to like the teardrops or anything like that?
It's about the same, you know. If you use tungsten, it's going to be more expensive, you know, but this will still break. You know, I throw 2 or 3 knots on there and it still breaks. But this knot up here onto the braid is going to hold, you know, but it does break sometimes, but it won't break on a fish.
That's the key.
That's the key. It won't break. But I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier to tie this knot. If you have a hard time and you have arthritis or you have carpal tunnel or you're older, I mean, even young kids are tying this now, this knot. I have this also on YouTube. I have a regular channel on this too, Fishing with Gary Senft. So try it out. It works good. I mean, I have never had problem with it. And I take lots of people fishing all over the world. I'm on the lake 3-4 times a week, guys. So give it a try.
I'm excited to do it. All right, well, I want to thank Gary so much for giving me an opportunity to teach me something and coming on my channel. Again, Gary's channel is?
It's fishingwithgarysenft.com. If you go to my website, I have a brand new website. And if you subscribe to the website, I send a newsletter out every month free about fishing. I write a blog in there. I talk about what's coming up the next month, like the ISE show, and how much it costs to get in, and where you park and stuff. And I do stuff with the Game and Fish that's real important. What they're going to stock, I keep up with that. Are they stocking another 1.5 million fish in Roosevelt? Are they going to stock Apache or Canyon? So there's a lot of stuff I put in the newsletter free. And if you want, you can just go in and hit video and you go right to my YouTube channels. You don't have to look on YouTube and say, oh, where's Gary at? You know, there's blogs on there, there's YouTubes on there, everything.
Well, again, I can't thank you enough, Gary. Your inspiration. I watched lots of your videos and I've learned a lot from yours. And so I want to thank you so much. Okay, we're coming aboard the 35 Sports Coupe yacht at the trade show. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. You got the captain's chair, which is incredible. You have a TV over here. Height-wise is really cool. Look at this. I'm standing underneath this thing. You know, I'm just 6 feet and I'm not hitting the head. You have the galley down here and in here. So we got a little kitchen. Got your little kitchen. Very good. Look at that. Goes down in there, so you got a bed down there. This whole thing turns into a bed. You got a bed right there. Yeah, I get used to this. Yeah. And the cost of this boat is, I should say, the cost of this ship is $347,000. A little bit above my pay grade. Hey everybody, we're over here at Jensen Ring Makers and I run into a couple people that looked a little familiar to me and I realized they recognized my hat, Procasters, and we have
Andrew and Nick. How's it going?
So Mike, if you're watching this, you probably know these two, and I thought it was pretty cool that I ran into them, and it was meant to be. It's like one of those small world scenarios. So, all right, guys, we'll catch up on the next one. Hey, everybody, how you doing? We are here at the Bass Pro Shop booth here at the show, and I ran into Cole from Vital Fishing. Cole?
How we doing? It's good to be here.
And it was excited. Needless to say, I'm a fan. I watch his videos, so I enjoy watching what he does, and learned a lot of stuff from him. But the question I have for you is, honestly, there's so many lakes here in Arizona. What is your favorite lake, or more than one?
I would say it really depends on the year. This time of year, spring, Lake Havasu is a ton of fun to fish. Canyon Lake, it's pretty dirty right now, but you can still catch them pretty good. That's a big fish lake, so you're going for, you know, one or two, three fish all day, but they're usually going to be some good ones. You know, Bartlett, that's always a fun one. But I would say Lake Havasu is definitely, just because you have the chance to catch largemouth and smallmouth same day. That's.
Oh, okay. So you get the combination over there, because that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing I've realized, and I noticed on the videos. You do catch a combination of. Now, Canyon Lake still pretty much largemouth bass. I mean,
yeah, it used to have. I read some forums. It used to have some smallmouth way back in the day. Now, yeah, it's strictly largemouth. There may be a smallmouth or two in there, but it's, you know, needle in the haystack. So.
Because you guys know, watching my channel, I'm more of that lazy fisherman. You know, I'm going to sit by the shore and catch what I can and do what I can. But nonetheless, it's fun watching fellow Arizona fishermen and learning drastically so much from all of them. And, well, again, I want to thank you for taking the time and coming out and saying hello. And if you guys have not seen his channel, which I'm sure you guys have, Vital Fishing, here on YouTube. And do you have any other websites or anything? Or
just Instagram, Vital Fishing, but mostly just YouTube. Yeah.
Very cool.
Arizona Fishing. So.
All right. So check his channel out. Link will be down below. Hey everybody. So as you can see, we had a great day today. Lots of things we saw. I cannot again thank Gary enough for showing us that new knot. What a wealth of information. If you haven't had a chance to look at his channel, please do. Link is down below. As well as I can't thank Cole enough for letting us stop by and say hello to him, and him teaching us a little bit about the local lakes that work here and or the Arizona lakes that work here in town. Please remember, hit that subscribe button, and well, can't thank you enough for sticking around. Thanks for watching, everybody. Needless to say, keep fishing.